This video gives a brief overview of the template management features in XperiDo for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. The templates are the blueprints of the documents you can produce with XperiDo. They can contain static text and images, dynamic data that is mapped or calculated from CRM data or data brought in from other sources, and a fair bit of logic to define conditional insertion of content or formatting. You manage templates in the XperiDo Online Management Console that is available via the CRM sitemap. On the Templates panel, you can see a list view of the templates in your project and controls to create new ones or edit, design, clone or delete existing ones. To create a new template, click the New Template tile. Select the type of template you want to create and give it a name and a description. We'll create a quotation template here. You can make templates appear in subfolders as they are presented to the end user. To do that, simply add tags to your template. In the More Settings tab, you can define all sorts of default settings for this template. You can limit access to this template, for instance, to one or more CRM teams, like the field sales reps in this case, and your internal sales back office. You can set the resulting document's default name. You can make that name dynamic by adding a token here that points to the name of the potential customer of this quotation, for instance. Let's also add a timestamp to the name of the document to make the name unique. You can set the default output format and limit the list of other options down to the relevant ones. You can choose a default output language as well and mark which translations are available. In the right column of this form, you can define the default output settings for the template. By ticking the message feedback box, you'll receive a direct link to all of the created outputs. So if you choose to store the generated document in SharePoint, you will automatically receive a link to the generated document's location in SharePoint. If the template is set to create a note, a letter or a task or an email, there will be a direct link to open each of those individual activities, or you can get a link to start an e-signing transaction. XperiDo can automatically create notes and activities and populate all the fields of the created activities. You can also print your document by default to a preset printer, which is either directly selected from a list or dynamically chosen based on the CRM team of the user that generates the document. You can also create an email activity and define the settings for your email fields. Let's set the From field to the active user here, and the To field to the email address of the contact related to this quote. Let's also type a subject line and define the body of the email. That can be populated either by the generated document itself, so you won't get an email with an attachment, but just an email with an HTML version of the generated document as its body. But you can also use an XperiDo email template to populate the message body, or offer the end user a WYSIWYG editor to type the body of the message. Eventually, you can set the action to define whether the generated email should be kept in a pending state so the end user can revise it before sending, or whether it should be sent out straight away. Going back to the More Settings tab, you'll also be able to mark this template for e-signing and set some defaults for the e-signing transaction. In the Design tab, finally, you can click the W tile to open up the template in the XperiDo Template Design add-in for Microsoft Word and start your design work. So in a nutshell, this is how you can use the Online Management Console to create and manage document templates with XperiDo for Microsoft Dynamics CRM.